Hi everybody. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use DashQuill Forms with Practice Fusion. Now, before we get started, just confirm that you have this DashQuill button added. If you don't, you might want to go back and watch our previous video where we show you how to install the button. With that being said, let's jump right in and I'll explain what the service does. So at a high level, DashQuill Forms is a patient intake tool that lets you send, collect, and import patient forms into Practice Fusion. Now, the important part there is that we not only will get the carbon copy of the forms that were filled, but we can actually go and populate the entire patient chart so that you don't have to manually go and enter all that info. So essentially, these forms, they act both as a way to collect consents, as well as a way to populate the patient chart and get info into the profile. So to get started, it's really easy. You're just going to click this DashQuill button and open up the patient forms. Now, what we can see here is a couple different tabs. So complete is any submissions that have already come into the office. Pending is any submissions that you've sent or that are a draft. So you can see here, this one wasn't sent yet, and then this one already was. Now, forms, this is basically all the forms that we've set up for your office. Oftentimes, we will just help you transfer your current paperwork onto here. So you should see that this list will be whatever you're kind of used to working with. And then packets, this is any groups of forms. Let's say you have new patients and they always fill out the same 5 forms. We would create a packet called new patient packet, and we'd put those 5 forms in there. So how do you send forms to patients? Well, it's really simple. You're just going to click the send button. Then you're either going to type in a phone number, an email, or a patient's name. So for example, here I can do my own phone number, and there we go. You can see that we can type that. You can also do an email, or if we type in a patient's name, DashQuill is going to automatically search your Practice Fusion patients and let you select one. So let's do that one. Next, we're going to select which forms we want to send. So again, you can individually choose the forms, or if you have that packet, you can choose the packet and it'll automatically select the right forms for you. And then the final step is going to be to actually send the forms. And to do that, you just click Send to Forms. You're going to select one or more contact methods that you want to send to, and then you're going to hit Send. And I should mention for some offices, especially if you have multiple languages, you will be able to select a language here. One more thing I want to mention, every form has a dedicated link. And what that means is that you're actually able to set it up on your website, on a tablet, on a QR code. There's a bunch of different ways, but at the end of the day, no matter where the patient fills, everything's going to show up in the same completed inbox. So what happens when a patient finishes their forms? Well, you're going to see them appear in the list here with a little indicator saying that it's unresolved. Unresolved really just means that it's not done. It hasn't been brought into the system yet. When we open the submission, you're able to very easily preview by just clicking on the form and looking through it. But really the valuable piece here is going to be importing it. So to import, you're just going to click Import to EHR, at which point DashQuill will search any matching patient charts in Practice Fusion, and then you just select the right one. In some situations, you will also see that the chart will not exist, and in that case, you're actually able to create a brand new chart from scratch using the form. Now for me, I'm going to go ahead and import into this Shayna patient because it's very clearly a one-to-one match. All right, and this is the final screen here. This is just showing you what we're importing. So you can see here, we kind of have 2 columns that matter. We have the left column, which is the current value or what info is in Practice Fusion right now. And then on the right column, we have any changes or new values that were detected on the forms. And so you can see for this example here, under patient info, we got a new social security number and a new address. So I can just go ahead and individually check those to say that I want to take those changes. You can see here we have some demographic changes. We have some contact info changes. We have insurance. So insurance is a little different with DashQuill. The way that it works is that when the patient fills the form, they'll be prompted to upload their insurance card. So you'll get to see the front and the back of the card. And all you need to do is just pick the right payer and plan. And once you've done that, everything else will get brought in for you. All right, with pharmacy, it's also kind of an additional step here. we're going to show you what the patient entered for the pharmacy and then do a search through the Practice Fusion pharmacies, and you just need to pick the right one. And then lastly, we have the documents, and this is basically the carbon copy of the forms that were filled, as well as any documents that were uploaded in the process. And so again, I'll just check that. Now I'll confirm I want to make these changes, and I'll hit update. And just like that, the import is done. And now if we find that patient and we go to their profile, and now you can see that all that info was filled in for you, including the address, insurance, pharmacy, demographics. And so something that previously you had to do by yourself is now done automatically for you with just a click of a button. And in documents, obviously, you're going to get a carbon copy of the forms that were filled, including any kind of consent or signature forms. Those are going to get uploaded as well. And of course, the insurance card that will get uploaded too. That concludes the training video for patient forms with Practice Fusion. There are a couple other features that we didn't cover in this video, but really this is the core kind of patient forms product. So if you have any particular questions, feel free to reach out. And if you're watching this for a first time and you're interested in learning more, schedule a demo and we can show you this kind of in more depth.